If we all find a quiet space, please, to be comfortably seated. Get yourself comfortable. Make sure you have a notepad, pen for today's session. So today's session will run for similar to the past few days, but we're going to work a lot more on the theory so that at least we understand what we are doing with the body. So make sure to have your notepads, journals, and a pen with you. If the team could turn the fridge off, that would be good. Thank you. If we all sit up nice and straight, please. Our eyes are closed. We take a slow, deep inhale. And a gentle, relaxing exhale. And again, inhale. And a slow, relaxing exhale. Focus on the sound of your breathing while relaxing all of your energies here now in this moment. Once your energies are all here now, you bring your left palm over your heart chakra, your heart center, and your right palm over your left. You breathe into the heart, just to signal to your heart that your heart is open and receiving. And a gentle exhale. And just let yourself know that you are open to receive. Let yourself know that you are ready and you are willing. Let yourself know that you are powerful. You are infinite. And once you are all settled here now, take a slow inhale. And a gentle, relaxing exhale. And bring your palms together, holding prayer at heart. And give your prayers out to the universe. What you wish to manifest in your life. What opportunities you wish that show up in your life. Set some powerful intentions for today's practice and today's learnings. And once you are all set, take a slow inhale and a gentle, relaxing exhale. Relax your mind, no thoughts. Relax your body and relax your energies. And allow yourself to gently come back here now and open your eyes. I prepared a few things to go through for today, just to prepare you on your journey. We have many reasons for your journey, and I'd like everybody inside their notepads, inside their journal, to document what is your reasoning behind your journey, your spiritual journey. What is your reasoning for you showing up today, here now? What is your reasoning for those of you who are seeking, wanting to find more answers? What is your reasoning? Some people saying peace, to learn. Some people saying for security, manifestation. Some people are saying for discipline. Some people are saying for growth. Some people say it's tired of being in ego, clarity. Some people say to help others. So we have a wide spectrum of reasoning for why you are on this journey of spiritual awakening, or expanding your consciousness. It's very important that we have clarity with what we do. Is it true that everybody's objective, everybody's goal will be different? Yes or no? Okay. Keep active. Let's keep active inside today's conversation so that we stay alert, awake, and we receive all the information we need. It's true. Okay, everybody's goal is different. So with everybody's goal is different, in these 11 days, am I able to help everyone? Yes or no? In these 11 days, am I able to help everyone achieve their goals? Yes or no? Right. Everybody's saying yes. I would love to say yes too. But the reality is no. I have to also be honest. Because everybody is on a different part of their journey and everybody's objective is different. So the answers that I can give are specific answers, or the answers that I can give is generic answers. Which one? Which one? It can only be generic. How can I give specific when there's 500 people tuned in from around the world? There is no way to give specific. It's generic. But I want everybody to get clear, first of all, and this is what Grandmaster Aksha also shared with me at the beginning of my journey. We do not want generic knowledge. Please do write that down. Bring it to your consciousness. We don't want generic knowledge. Generic knowledge can only get us started. It can only begin our journey, but it will not allow us to achieve the goals that we want, not specifically. So please write that down. We are not looking for generic knowledge. And don't take this as only for this days. Take this, stick it on your wall. I am not looking for generic knowledge. Take this line and implement it in every area of your life and watch your life change if you start getting specific knowledge for the specific questions that you have. That is intelligence, when you are getting specific knowledge for you as an individual. So, give you an example. If you decide one day, I'm thinking of being a vegetarian, or I'm thinking of being vegan. And if you search that anywhere for generic information, is it going to be positive for being a vegetarian, or is it going to be negative towards being a vegetarian? What will you find? The information you find both. Is it going to motivate you to be a vegetarian, or is it going to demotivate you from being a vegetarian? You're going to find both. Is it true that all of your bodies are different? They work differently. Is it all of our hormones work differently? Is it true that all of our metabolism works differently? Is it true that our surroundings, our environment is all different? Take something like investing. How many of you have heard when people say when you invest, don't put all your eggs in one basket? How many of you heard that before? Is that specific information or is that general knowledge, generic knowledge? Is that the way you should invest? Not put all your eggs in one basket? Is it the way? Some people say yes. Some people don't know. If I let you know that pretty much every wealthy person put all of their eggs in one basket and became wealthy. Once they became wealthy, then they diversified. What does that mean? Time, space, journey, different part of the journey gets a complete different result. If Elon Musk shares today his investment secrets, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And you see that once upon a time, he put all his eggs in one basket. He just worked on PayPal, that's all. Nothing else. But it's true to him now, but it doesn't mean it's true to you, depending on which part of your journey you are at. Is everybody understanding what I'm saying here? So, on this seeker's journey to enlightenment, I want everybody to write that down. Seeker's journey to enlightenment. And I know enlightenment can be a very big word for some of you who are purely coming here just to get some peace of mind. But that's totally fine. That's the first part of the journey. I know some of you just came here because you want to learn some more manifestation. I know for some of you, you came here just because you want to get fit. That's totally fine. That's a part of the journey. But regardless, there will always come that question right at the end, always. And every single one of you on this call has asked that question at least once in your lifetime before. Why are we here? What is the point of life? Why do we do what we do? What's the point in everything? How many of you can agree that you've asked that question at least once in your lifetime before? Give me a me inside the chat. You're seeking. Your soul is craving for answers. Your soul is craving for answers. That's why you are here. Your fitness, your other things, whatever, that is just your excuse of being here. Universe has their plan of bringing you towards your calling, your soul calling. You are here for enlightenment, every single one of you, whether you thought that or not think that. You're here to be more enlightened. You're here to raise your level of consciousness. You're here to get more answers for your life. So if you want answers for your life, then that comes from a series of questions. Please do write this down. With questions comes answers. This is what I got from my spiritual master many years ago now. With questions comes answers. And that process, I can only teach you knowledge from Himalayas, is because that is the lineage that I learned my spirituality and my conscious journey from. That process between master and disciple from the mountains, from the Himalayas, is referred to as Nigam Agam. You can write that down. Nigam Agam. Nigam Agam. The process of questions and answers from master to disciple and master, that conversation is referred to as Nigam Agam. Nigam Agam. Okay. Now, so I know, how many of you are already part of the 108 circle? If you're already part of 108 circle, just type 108 inside the chat so at least I can recognize. Oh, there's a lot of you already part of 108. Okay, very good. So I had shared a few weeks back, maybe 2 weeks ago, that with our 108 circle, from this time moving forward, we are going to dedicate at least 1 day per week of our yoga practice to Nigam Agam. So we're going to dedicate every Wednesday to Nigam Agam. And the reason behind that is because of the cycle that we are going through this particular year. We are in a major cycle. In spirituality, there are multiple cycles that happen. There are minor cycles and there are major cycles. Minor cycles, a lot of them happen monthly. Every month, there is a new star sign, you may know it as. And there is new astrology. Monthly, there is many cycles. Every 3 months, season passes, another cycle cleanses, finishes, and another cycle begins. Every 12 years, there's another cycle. It's a huge cycle. That's why in Chinese zodiac, there are 12 zodiacs. The cycles. And because we are in a very big cycle right now, the major cycle, what happens within a cycle? There's 3 phases. What are the 3 phases? Can anybody refer? What is the 3 phases? Creation. What's the second phase? Creation. Second phase is preservation. Third phase is destruction. Creation, preservation, destruction. That's why in certain religions it also talks about the 3 divine energies of creation, preservation, and destruction. Let me ask you a question. Is the energy of destruction, is it bad? The energy of destruction is not bad. Because destruction cleanses and clears and creates space for new. It just is. It's a part of a cycle. It's like when you broke up with your ex. It's not bad. It just had to happen for new to come in. It's like when you tear an old building down. It's not bad, but it clears space for the new building to come up. That is the cycles. Now, because we are moving in this particular cycle, in this year's cycle, is actually this period, these few years actually. What do you feel has been the energy these few years? You think it's been creation, preservation, or destruction? What do you think's been happening these few years already? I think everybody knows the answer already. If you see all of the things that have been happening around the world, it's destruction that has been happening. Okay? If the team could turn this TV screen back on, that would be wonderful. Then I can see the... Thank you. And if we can check that screen and make sure it's on, that would be good too. So this destruction energy will continue through this period too. Why am I talking all about this on a yoga challenge? Because all of this is yoga. Does anybody know what yoga, the word yoga actually means? What does it refer to? What word? Union, unity, oneness. Yoga is everything. What you have been doing here is you've been doing the practice of physical yoga. And right now you are doing the practice of mental yoga. And some of you who embark on the journey, like our 108's journey, you will embark on the journey of spiritual yoga. You have physical yoga, body, mind, spirit, physical yoga. Note every day when we finished physical yoga, I give you a little bit of what? Mental yoga, mind yoga, no? We do mind yoga. And then those who decide to go deeper with us along the journey, we do spiritual yoga. Mind, body, spirit connection. But what if I was to tell you that actually your goal is spirit? The mind and the body is something that is humanly for us to want to work on or want to improve on or want to seek answers for. But once the mind and the body is advancing and it's raising its capacity and it becomes more powerful, your end question, your seeking will always come with spirit. Your health is great, your flexibility is there. Imagine you have everything. You're strong, your flexibility, your stability, you can do every physical asana. Okay, great. Now what? You take the discipline in this and you use it, apply it. Your mental strength is strong. You go out there, you breathe, nothing can affect you. You're happy all the time. Your mental strength is powerful. You've trained for this. Okay, great. Then what? Then you will always come to the final destination, the final question. Which is, so what's the point in all of this? That soul craving of a question will come up once again. Who am I? What is the point? Where am I supposed to go with all of this? And that then begins you embarking on your spiritual awakening journey. With questions comes answers. If you can ask those questions, then the answers will start to come. If the team can keep an eye on the screen, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Okay? Now, so where are we going with all of this then? Well, first of all, this whole journey, okay, covers these three transitions, these three awakenings. The first stage, please do write this down. The first stage is the I am victim stage, which is actually the majority of the people in this world. How many of you know what I'm talking about when people usually, if things happen, why did that happen to me? She did that to me. He left me. She made me do this. He made me angry. She lost my money. She betrayed me. Is it true that the majority of this world are stuck in victim? Yes or no? Absolutely. So that's the foundation level where everybody is at. Then as you embark on this journey, this awakening journey, you start saying, not I am victim, is, oh, in fact, I can create. That is your second part of the journey. And I'm sure that is probably majority of you here. I can create my destiny. Right? I can create. Oh my God, I'm not a victim. You mean I create my reality? You mean my reality is created from me? You mean when I manifested something good, I manifested it? You mean when I manifested something bad, even though I don't want to admit to it, but I also created it? You start taking ownership. You start raising your vibrations. You start having more acceptance. So that second one is I can create. I can create any reality I want as long as I channel my mind, my feelings, my emotions, my actions towards something. I can create, I can manifest. That becomes the second phase. Now, how many of you can be honest enough to admit that sometimes you may flicker from the first and the second? I know I can create, but sorry, at that moment I did think I was victim. I did blame other people. I know I am the manifester, but sometimes I do think, why does the universe do this to me? How many of you can be honest enough to say that sometimes that happens? You still flicker from stage 1 to stage 2. This will give you a good indication. Where you are at will give you a good indication of what you need to train on the yoga mat. I want you to get specific answers, because that's the only way you can advance and take a quantum leap. I don't want you to take generic knowledge. I don't want, after the 11 days, I need to follow exactly the recording of how Master Sri Akarshana practiced the yoga, and I need to do it just exactly the way he does it, and because that is my path to enlightenment. It's not. You are not required to practice every asana we practice every day here. In fact, that should not be your practice every day. Maybe if you're a complete beginner, yes. But as you embark on this journey, I really hope that 1 year later, you're not practicing the same sequence as you did these 11 days. Because if you do, where are you advancing? Or have you advanced at all? Why are you still doing the same sequence over and over? Are you not listening to what your soul needs? Why are you just following the command of a master? This is your journey to mastery, is what I'm getting at here. And this is what I love about my spiritual master, Grandmaster Aksha. When he said that your journey is not to stick with master for the rest of your life. Your journey is mastery. And the message of the Himalayas and our lineage of masters is to say, if we can equip you with everything you need, and one day you can continue trekking up that mountain towards higher peaks that your master has not even touched. Now that is wonderful. You following generic practice should be temporary discipline. I want everyone to write that down, because I'm not saying don't follow it. No. Actually, many of you will need to follow these routines for at least a few months, at least. Because you need to understand the foundation. You need to understand the basic. But 5 years down the line, if you are still doing that same practice, then you really need to question why. Because you missed the message. You missed the purpose. So some of you, if you observe, okay, I am honest and guilty that, okay, maybe I'm sometimes flickering from number 2 and number 1. So yeah, that does happen from time to time. And you are honest enough to come to acceptance that that is where you are right now, then that will give you a good indication to what yoga, physical yoga practices you can do. When you do whatever physical yoga practices, it will change your mental yoga, then it will naturally manifest into your spiritual yoga. What you do on the mat, the physical training, should directly impact your life outside. How many of you know there are some people who could go to church on a Sunday, speak one language, and live a completely different life when they're at work? How many of you know what I'm talking about? Right? This is what I'm saying. Your yoga mat is like your church. But you should not play a different game when you are outside. You should be taking this outside, and you should be seeing it reflect on your everyday life. Otherwise, you're missing the message of yoga, and all you are doing is a workout. That's not why you're here. How many of you following what I'm saying here? Yeah, I'm taking it one step at a time. Hopefully you guys are understanding. Then what is the third layer? The third layer is not I can create. The third layer is I am creator. That is the journey of yoga. Yoga means unity. The journey of yoga is not I can create. The journey of yoga is not towards I am creator of my destiny. No. No. The destination is that I am creator. And there is no one destiny. Because if you are creator, why would there be a goal? If you are creator, you have everything. If you are creator, you are the universe. You are abundant. There's nothing to create. You are the creator. You are everything in existence. You are powerful. And just by observing, that is what the creator does, observe. Just by observing and allowing the system, which is the laws of the universe, the laws of attraction, the laws of the universe, the laws of vibration. You just, of the observer, the laws of cycles. You just are the observer, and you observe how the laws work and how consciousness expands and humans evolve. And spiritual evolvement happens, and you are just a part of it. But you no longer have a goal to create it, because regardless, it will be created. And by the way, I don't know how many of you are actually following what I'm saying here in this third layer, because I recognize that when I speak about the third layer, there's a lot more questions coming in now and a lot more confusion. It's supposed to be confusing. If there's no questions and no confusion coming in here now, then we are all just creator at that level now, layer anyway, so there's nothing to practice actually. And you will never be upset, and you're extremely, extremely powerful, and you are extremely abundant in every area of your life, so there's nothing to advance anymore. And we probably won't even bother having this conversation if we were already there and understood everything. Right? So some people are honest enough and open enough to say, I understand it, but I need to get there. That's wonderful. It's wonderful to have people like Lydia being able to have that ownership. To say, yes, actually, I understand what's being said. And I understand it's a journey for me. This is wonderful. So what does this mean? This is the same concept on these 3 layers as you can write this down, to me, with me, through me. I'm going to say that again. To me, with me, through me. Majority of people in this world, everything is happening to me. Their journey of enlightenment then transitions into, oh, the universe is working with me. Everything starts working with me. We co-create, we create together. The final stage is, I don't create at all, but Creator creates through me. It just happens through me. What if I was to share with everyone that I understood, or at least heard of this concept, and I thought I understood this because I studied this maybe 10, 11 years ago, and it made total sense to me at the time, or at least I thought it did. I said, yes. To me, with me, through me. Makes total sense. But when I fully embarked on this journey with my master and started asking the right questions, I realized what through me actually was. Through me in body will affect through me in mind, will affect through me in spirit. And my spiritual master was the first one to show me in physical reality what that actually meant. For a person who could not do a back bend, for a person who could not sit cross-legged for a long time, for a person who could never do lotus pose, what does through me mean? And how can we achieve it instantly through the body if the body is not flexible? Absolutely. And how do we do it? We achieve it by working on spiritual first. Now, this actually contradicts the things that I was saying just before, And I'm going to explain why it contradicts it. So, to the majority of people in this world, it's easier to get them to advance mentally and spiritually by training their body first. For the majority of people, it's easier that way. I'll give you an example. If you try to motivate someone mentally, you got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined. Pain is temporary. Uncomfortable allows you to grow. You can say that all day long. They're not going to get the same epiphany as if they put their body to the work. If you get their body uncomfortable for 2 weeks and they realize, oh, my leg could not go there before, now it can go there because it was uncomfortable. Oh, I grew because it was uncomfortable. That learning mentally is solidified. How many of you are following what I'm saying? It's much easier to train somebody's body to then unconsciously have trained their mental strength to be stronger. And when their body is stronger and their mental strength is stronger, their spiritual energies naturally becomes more powerful. So with the majority of people, just like majority of everybody here, over the next 11 days, why we decide to do 11-day yoga challenge, physical yoga practice challenge. Because the physical yoga practice challenge is the thing that's going to help you get everybody to, oh, I'm a little bit more disciplined. This makes sense. Like, how many of you learned some mental things through the physical practice the last 3 days already? 3-4 days. Raise your hand if that's you. You learned some things. You learned some things about, oh, balance, oh, breath, and oh, through your body you learned it. Oh, flexibility, oh, body, oh, mind, oh, life, right. You learned it through body. And why is it easier for the majority to learn it through body first, to set that foundation, is because of levels of consciousness. I want you to write that down. Is because of levels of consciousness. Could I bring 500 people from all around the world, all different walks of life, onto a call and do 11-day spiritual awakening challenge and just sit here every day and tell you how you transmute your energies, Kundalini awaken, gather all your energies, go out of your third eye and go dimension traveling, and without, but just by talking to your spirit, and hopefully your spirit will just advance that way. It's very hard. Very, very hard. Most people will not even know what I'm talking about. Well, this crazy person's gone crazy. Body will be a nice protocol to get everybody to get started. However, when we go and advance spiritually, right? For I know there are some people, by the way, who are pretty new to 108 Circle, because I did see from a report from our team showing there was. Is there anybody who's joined the 108 Circle just recently and hasn't been initiated with the protection shield and things like that yet? Is there anybody? Give me a 1 inside the chat if that's you. Okay, you see, so there's quite a few newcomers who have joined only recently to the 108 Circle, and you have not been initiated with protection shield, have not been initiated with the first 3 initiations yet. Okay, some people said they're joining next week. So those of you who have not been initiated yet, okay, in the next 2 weeks we will be doing the initiation. And it's very important we do the initiation now. It's because actually in March we have an eclipse coming. For those of you who don't know, it's a full moon eclipse. And full moon eclipse is a very temperamental time. And it's best to protect our energies during that time. Okay. Is there a link? What is 108 Circle? Maybe you have a link to join. Let's cover that in the end. Let's cover this teaching first, okay? So please focus back here, okay? Those of you who are wanting to join 108 Circle, we'll talk about that at the end. Okay, let's finish this teaching off first. Everyone take an inhale. And slow exhale. Okay, now, when we are embarking on that spiritual awakening training, teaching, right? Example, the 108 Circle journey, okay? What are we going to move towards first? We're starting to touch on the spiritual teaching first. We're going to work with the spiritual energy first. And I'll tell you what happens when you do that. If we start working with spiritual energy, meaning your energetic body, if my energetic body moves in a particular way, my physical body will not be able to stop it. Just write that down, even if it doesn't make much sense right now, because one day you're going to get an epiphany and you're going to be like, that was what he said a year ago. When you start learning how to work with your spiritual body, your energy body will not be able to limit you. Okay? I'll give you a very simple example. Okay? And I always give this example. How many of you ever tried to lose weight before? Lose some belly fat? Anybody? Okay, you tried to lose some belly fat before. Has anybody ever noticed, and I don't know if you've had this before, and I had a big trouble with this for many years. I would lose weight, I would lose weight, I would lose weight. Even here, I could even get some 2-pack, 3-pack thing going on here. This belt here, this cute donut part, loved me too much and didn't want to leave me. Has anybody ever experienced that before? Here can lose. Here loves you too much and doesn't want to go away. So I would do a lot of different fitness programs. I will do a lot of different diet regimes, routines. And it would always be the same case. This would be quite easy. This bottom part would just stick with me. And I could not believe when I started training with my spiritual master on what? On energy healing, breathwork training. What was this working with? And visualization. And what? Third eye meditation. Believe it or not. And when I started to work on that, a few weeks, a few inches would go. Another few weeks, a few inches would go. My diet was the same. My physical activity was the same. And I was like, how? The reason why that happens is because if there is an energy blockage, there will also be a physical blockage. Why? I'm going to say this line. Please do write it down, because it might be a bit complex at this stage, but we'll try to make sense of it. Our physical is purely a limited reflection of our metaphysical. Our physical is purely a limited reflection of our metaphysical. This physical body, or the physical environment or reality that we live in. Metaphysical is our energy body, our energy field. Meaning, if your energy expands, your strength, your physical strength will also expand. If your energy is blocked, you will find physical problems, health issues, physical problems will manifest because it is purely a reflection of the metaphysical. So, why do you think energy healing works? Exactly the line I just gave you. That's why it works. Why somebody has a physical cut, physical bruise, physical problem, and you working with the energy, why would the physical problem be solved? It's because the physical is purely a limited reflection of the metaphysical. Is that making sense for everybody? Okay? So, what are the things that we are working on in these 11 days, purely to set the foundations? I want everybody to be very clear on this next part, this final part that I'm going to share with everybody. And so at least you know, when we get back to the yoga mat tomorrow, you know what to focus on. And then for those of you who want to awaken spiritually on that seeker's journey, what is your protocol? And what are you to do to awaken in that area and raise your level of consciousness? So, the first one, please write this down. There's 7 stages in total. I'd like everyone to write this down. 7 stages in total. The first stage is awareness. The second stage is activation. The third stage is channeling. The fourth stage is amplifying, magnifying. The fifth stage is connection. The sixth stage is prayer or intention. The seventh stage is receiving. Okay, so let me explain very simply. Your first goal on the yoga mat should be to raise your level of awareness. That's your first goal on the yoga mat. So what does this mean? If you are taking your stress, your worries onto the mat, then forget about practice. Don't bother. That time you should not practice. Some people, they do yoga to get rid of stress. No. Go on your mat once you remove the stress, please. Work on dimmer switches. Then come on the mat. Because when you're on the mat, you are there for full awareness. You are aware of everything. And the only way you can become aware is to have no thoughts. So you work on the dimmer switches. It's what we've been working on so far. The more dimmer switches you work on, the more aware you become, because the more you silence the mind. The second thing you should be working on, or the second thing you should be thinking about when you are in your practice, is not just awareness, being able to witness all your surroundings and everything, being able to stay calm and peaceful. But your second thing is activation. You're working on activation. You know why we use these 2 fingers and thumb to pull the toe back? It's an activation. You don't know, you try now. You pull the toe back, feel the back of your leg. That hamstring that pulls, it's like a trigger, a gate that opens. And then if you hold for longer with your leg up, you will be able to sense, if your awareness is there, there is like some sort of chemical or liquid that starts flowing down. You'll start feeling this cool energy start to move. I'm telling you this now. You've done it for the past 2 days, but you probably haven't realized. But if you write this down today, then maybe tomorrow when we do the practice, maybe you, oh, whoa, what he said yesterday actually happening. The second thing is to activate your energies. And how do we activate our energies? We activate it through your minor chakras, then your major chakras. There is not much information out there today that speaks about minor chakras. Everybody speaks about the 7 major chakras. But imagine if you had a pipe system in your house, whether that's water or gas, or it doesn't matter. There's a pipe system. There will be big main pipes and there will be small pipes. True or true? If every system there will be a small pipe, there'll be a big pipe, there'll be main pipe. 7 chakras is your main pipe. So what everybody speaks about is the 7 chakras. Heal, activate, cleanse, 7 chakras. But by healing, cleansing, if you just clear the main pipe and your small pipes are clogged up, wherever the small pipes are leading to still creates problem. Yes or no? It's still, you cannot prevent the problem. The problem will still show. You're just working on main pipe. No, this main channel, what about your sub-channels? Your minor chakras. So that's why in the particular asanas that we've been pulling, every single time, I don't know if you've noticed that yet, in our practice, I don't know if you go out for commercial yoga training with all the different yoga studios and classes, what you will learn, okay, depending on the teacher and depending on how they feel that day. Anytime you attend our class, we start with the toes, we start with the calf, the thighs, the hamstring, the legs, the quads. We will always start with the feet up. Once the feet has gone up, I don't know if you guys realize this yet, but the next few protocols will be to lift the legs up, whether that's boat pose, Nelkasan, right? Whether it's separating the feet, whether it's 90 degrees. Why? Because when you open up the minor chakras and you lift the legs up, where do your energies transfer to? It transfers to your energy center, actually. When you lift the leg up, it transfers to your energy center. So that's where it goes from 2 to 3. Number 2 is activate your energies. Number 3 is channel your energies. I want you to focus on the channeling. Where is your energy going when you are doing every movement? Because it will go to the energy center. Now let me ask you a question. Let's say you have many minor pipes and you have one major pipe that is blocked. And all these minor pipes are blocked too. If you suddenly unblock all the minor pipes and flow energy through the minor pipes towards the major pipe, what's it going to do to the major pipe? It's already going to start unclogging it. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? That's when you see the next moves will be lifting the legs up. Start unclogging it. Then what we do is we activate this channel. You'll see everything I'm writing down is everything we've been doing every day, but you probably didn't see the stages. Activate the core, all those boat pose while you've been shaking and trying to smile at the same time. All the plank pose and all these tough asanas that you've been trying to hold. It's activating. That's the fire in your belly. The fire in your belly is your lower 3 chakras, especially your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is your sun channel, your active channel. That is what determines your activity, your motivation. Those of you who always feel tired, those of you who feel lack of motivation, it's most likely to do with sun channel. That's why they call it the fire in your belly. So when we activate that core, then what do? When we've activated the core, we start opening up the other minor chakras on the arms, the upper body, the back. By the way, the energy center is activated through 2 points. You'll see we always do the same thing every day, and you'll see it more throughout the next few days. We activate here, then we activate lower back. Have we been doing that sequence, yes or no, every single day? Because that is your major chakras now, your main energy center. Then from that major energy center, where do we move from there? Our major energy center, then we do the twist to open up the spine. When you open up the spine, it unblocks the 7 chakra line, that channel. So that's why we do the twist. After the twist, we will start unblocking. Can you remember the arms on the pressure? We do that next, do we not? The clamps, we lock shoulders, the shoulder rolls, the neck. Where have we been finishing every single day? On what? On head. Which one? Elbows down, head on ground. This opened channel to here. This opened channel to here. Here. Now you're upside down. That final asana that we do on most of the days is actually not the asana we are trying to achieve, but it's generic because there's 500 people here. For all our 108 students, what is the asana that we want at the end actually? King of asanas. What is that one? Headstand. But imagine I have 500, out of 500, 300 newbies trying to do headstand. It's going to be chaotic. So this is what I'm saying. Generic information will only get you started, but it will not get you to the answer. Because actually, the final solution for that is actually King of Asanas. Your legs are up. Why is it called King of Asanas? Your legs are up, your spine is straight. Your channel between universe, sky, heavens, and grounding is all there, except it's upside down. Where is all your energy channelizing towards now? Head, third eye. Why is everyone trying to activate third eye and open third eye? Because all infinite possibilities and all infinite dimensions begin at third eye. That's where your supernatural powers begin. That's where your intuition is from your crown, from your third eye. Visualization, manifestation is from your third eye. Your mind's eye, your imagination is from third eye. So that's why we usually finish with King of Asanas. Now, King of Asanas, there's a formula. It's not just headstand. The direction that we face in doing it, the way our tongue is rolled when we are doing it, it's all a formula. If you get the whole formula right, that is when you get that taste of nectar. You get taste of spirituality, liberation, that peace, that bliss. That true connection comes from the perfect formula of King of Asanas, not just going upside down. So you see, now we're on point number 3, activate your energies, channel your energies. It's all channeling towards third eyes. And what happens after that? Your energies will naturally amplify. And we can use a series of breathwork practices to amplify your energies. Meaning your energy body, if you imagine it like this, will expand, will expand, will expand, will expand. The more your energy expands, the more connected you become. The more connected to what? Collective energies, infinite energies, universal energies. How many of you have been experiencing just from our light practice each day that at the end of it you feel more connected? You don't even know what you call connected to, but it's very peaceful and blissful at the end of each day's practice. How many of you can witness that, by the way? It's significant. You can actually tell something changed. That has to do with number 4, your energies will amplify through breath work, through body work. Number 5, your energies will naturally connect. But how much do we connect in that moment, actually? Our energies will connect vaguely if we allow it to naturally connect that way. Our energies will connect specifically if we focus our connection. If you just write this down, this might not make any sense right now, but in future, for those of you going on the whole spiritual awakening journey with us, in future it would make complete sense. Because if you allow it to naturally expand, is what you've been doing the last few days, you will feel a sense of peace and bliss, but you can't put your finger on what is happening and where are you and what happened. It just is more peaceful. That's all you can explain, really. But if you focus and specifically connect your energy, and where do we do it? We do that through third eye portal, through third eye chakra. When we can focus our energy to connect through third eye, we see what we're connecting to. We feel what we're connecting to. We know, it's a knowing, what we are connecting to. Our sensories heighten and we gain clarity from specific connection. Again, is it one of those things that in 11 days, all 500 people will be able to get specific connection and know exactly what's going on? No, of course not. It's a journey. Spirituality is a journey. Everybody is at different levels. To get there, what is the process? Nigam, agam. Because everybody is a different, Master, I keep seeing this. What does that mean? That's where it starts. Master, when I do that, I feel this. What do I do? Master, I struggle when I try to visualize this. Why? Master, that white light you say, it's blue. Is it supposed to be? Master, I can't see anything at all. What to do? The journey to get there is nigamagam. That's the same thing. I sit in the mountains with Grandmaster Akshar. Just me and him every single day. It's the same thing. Every day is nigamagam. And the more quality questions, the more quality answers, the faster your spiritual development, the faster your awakening. Now you get that connection. You're there. You connect your energies. You see everything. That 6th stage is prayer or intention. But at that 6th stage, the prayer and intention we are speaking about is no longer the prayer and intention that you're thinking about. What do I mean by that? You may have a prayer that you wish to happen right now. You may have a manifestation that you wish to happen right now. You may have some intention you want to set for your next year of manifestations. But after that connection, exactly, Vanessa, After that connection, your prayer is the prayer of the universe that you receive, that you connect to, that you intend for. What does that mean? If I really do connect so deep, and then I get to a point where I see destiny, I see my purpose, I see past life, future life, why I'm here. I get absolutely clarity of that. I know why universe birthed me in that place and made all of the things that happened, what I thought to me, it happened on purpose because it was supposed to allow me to become who I am right now. I also know why universe wanted me to become who I am right now is because of the mission of the universe of what needs to evolve in the next few cycles. My prayer and my intention, once I see and get that connection and clarity, is no longer, I would like to manifest more money. No, I don't need to. Because if you connect on that level, you are creator. All abundance is with you. It's natural. It's undeniable. It's effortless. Since my initiation in 2019, now this is very strange because we're talking about two dynamics here. I got my initiation in 2019 with all this clarity and everything, going through that whole spiritual awakening journey. Since coming out of the mountains, I've never, ever, ever stressed about money before. You're probably wondering, but what's spiritual awakening? Why money? No, hence I'm stressing actually every area of my life. I've not stressed with anything in my life before. Since 2019, it's 5 years now. And why? Because there's no stress. You're connected. Why is there stress? Everything is already there for you. And if you are so connected with your metaphysical, your physical will represent. Remember what we said earlier. When you are actually there with your metaphysical, with that connection, your physical will represent. So my physical represents. And as a human being, living in this human world, especially from 2019, when I first came from the mountains, I used to get shocked every single day. Because I used to observe, how am I manifesting all these things? Until now, I mean, it's been 5 years. I can no longer get surprised or as surprised by the universe anymore because I wouldn't think any less of the universe. I would never doubt it because I've seen it and I witness it and I continue to witness it every day. So now when I'm in that connection, what is my intention? My intention is the intention that the universe wants me to intend. Not what I want to intend. Then who takes care of your human desires or human intentions? Who takes care of those? Universe will take care of it. If you take care of their intentions, they will take care of your intentions. 100%. It's that universe is my boss. Think of you in your job. It's the same thing. If you take care of what your boss wants from you, your boss will need to find a way to take care of you and what you want. True or true? It's the same thing. The universe is my boss. Since 2019, universe has been my boss. So you say, so Master, what are you trying to manifest? I'm not trying to manifest anything. I'm connected. You see, universe wants what from me? Okay, do it. I'll work my way. I'll work every day to make it happen. And then I observe, and my life is taken care of. Right? How can we know what the universe wants from us? Through that connection. It's a spiritual journey. It's through practice, through trainings. There's many trainings that you can do. Many. It's all spiritual trainings. But your mind needs to be open for it. Otherwise, people will think you've gone crazy. What are you doing these crazy things? You know, people think you joined some cult or something. It's spiritual rituals, spiritual practices. You can get closer and closer. It's practices. You see? So yoga is just the beginning. This physical practice is just the beginning. And then the final, on building that capacity, that final part, number 7, is what? Receiving. And how do we receive? When our container and vessel is equipped, it will forever receive. My container, my vessel, is equipped for everything that is to receive. And those that is not equipped, if I have an intention, even if it's an intention from the universe that is through me, and I recognize that this physical mind or this physical body does not have the capacity to receive this manifestation, then I work on building and expanding the knowledge or the mental or the physical or the spiritual strength to be able to get that vessel and container ready. And as long as I continue to work on this physical, then everything will continue to manifest accordingly that way. If the team can please have the monitor, please. So, everybody take a slow inhale and gentle exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Relax the mind, relax the body, relax your energies. I want you now to use a different level of consciousness to answer the first question once again, and hopefully your answer will be different. Now we've been through the past 1 hour, receiving whatever message is for you to receive. Why are you here? And what is your current goal to work on? Can anybody give me more clarity on that answer now? Give that answer to yourself. Enlightenment. I'm here to connect, to spread love. Love. World, to awaken others, to help people. Connection to the universe. To prepare the vessel. To listen, to serve. To prepare the vessel. To continue on my journey for my purpose. To prepare my vessel to help people. To serve people. It's interesting how a 1 hour dialogue can change your whole purpose of being here, no? Because when our consciousness shifts, our awareness shifts, we see more. Now we know what the goal actually is. We have more clarity on it. Mastery. So now the follow-up question to that is, all of the things that you just wrote down or everything that you're thinking that you want to evolve in or grow in, what can you do to make that happen? we need to get practical some way. We cannot just be all fluffy and say, yes, world peace. No, not just world peace. What can you do? Nigam agam, discipline. Invest in ourselves. Read books, yoga daily. Which books? Generic books? Work on myself. Self-love. Meditation. Consistency. Efforts. Surrender. Prepare a strong container. And take action. Take action. What action? Compassion. Let go of control. Work on myself. Okay. Train with Master Shri. Join the 108 circle. Hmm. Hmm. We finish off with a few things today. Hopefully this has been informative for you, and hopefully will help you in the next few days of your practices, and bring more awareness to your practice while you're doing it. Okay. Somebody is asking, when will we start the yoga session? We started 4 days ago. 4 days ago we started. I want to join, I want to train with you, Master. No. So, we finish off with a few things. First thing, how many of you are currently not part of 108 Circle, but would like an opportunity to join the 108 Circle? If you would like that opportunity to join the 108 Circle, just give me a me inside the chat, and at least I know who you guys are. Okay. So let me talk a little bit about that, just to address all the people who's typed me, the hundreds of people who's addressed me. Okay. Somebody said, is it free? Free is not good for you. Free is not good for you. Why am I saying free is not good for you? Free is not good for your spirit. Free is not good for your mental. Free is not good for your mentality. Free is not good for your motivation. Free is not good for you energetically. Thank you, Vanessa. Everything is energy exchange. When people go to church, is it free? Those who really go to church, is it free? It may look like it's free. It's not free. They will come around with that basket. And those who are not conscious about it, I used to not be conscious about it. I used to go to church and get offended every time they come with a basket. Why are you coming to collect my money again? How much energy, Sunday church, how much energy do so many individuals need to give out to aid your awakening? And you go there, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. Then you walk away. Think about that question. When you ask you something for free, are you creator? You need to think of your vibration, your energy. It's not good for you. If you are creator, energy is always exchanging. Output, input, input, output. I didn't used to know this because I don't know if it's got to do with Asian family. I don't know if I can class the whole of Asia like that, but my mum and dad love freebies. I can only speak on behalf of my mum and dad. So they used to get very happy when things can be free. Somebody offers to help you for free. You just take, it's not good for your spiritual. It's not good for your spiritual. Everything should be exchanged, input, output, input, output, input, output. I'll tell you, with 108 Circle, this is the only thing in our whole organization. Actually, there's two things in our whole organization. One is 108 Circle. The second thing is our Giving by I Inverse charity. These are the two monies that never come into our pocket. 108 Circle, monies for 108 Circle, and monies for our charity never come into our pocket. These two areas. Charity, you can understand. It's obviously it's not supposed to come into our pocket. It goes to help our kids, the orphan children we have in Kenya. But why does 108 Circle not? Actually, these sessions, these things, these 11-day yoga challenge. How many of you been to many 11-day yoga challenges before, by the way? Many, like you've been to quite a few. Give me a me inside the chat if that's you. Okay. I give it all for free. These are all 11-day yoga challenges. Why I give it all for free? This is spreading the message of Himalayas. This is universe's intention. I'm just working, doing my job. Why would I teach the same sequence over and over again to beginners? Do I advance in my yoga by teaching the same basic sequence? Of course not. That is what I've received as a thing that I need to fulfill for universe. And so I run it for free forever. The yoga, the 11-day will not charge for this yoga. What is my second command? And please do write this down because you are going to know how to connect all of these dots in the future. The second thing, second part, apart from receiving this one download, the second part, some of you may know that we have acquired a piece of land in the Himalayas. How many of you are aware that we have acquired a piece of land in the Himalayas? I would love to, would you guys like to see it? Maybe tomorrow I show you a video of the place. And it's wonderful, beautiful. You guys may not know this. In the Himalayas, there are multiple layers. These layers are not what all humans recognize it as. It's what all the yogis and mountain yogis and spiritual masters know it as. There is, on the bottom of the Himalayas, the foothills. Some of you may know the name when I say Rishikesh. Rishikesh is in the foothills. Energies used to be very powerful there because it's the Himalayas, it's the foothills of the Himalayas. But actually, in recent years, the energy is transferring, is moving up the mountains. Many people don't know this. And the reason behind that is because Rishikesh is becoming more and more commercial. It's all business now. Yoga retreats, yoga teacher training, certifications, thousands of hours of training, whatnot, all that is there now. So when things become a material thing, material and spiritual is a very, very fine line how it can cross over. And so the spirit, the power will move up. It can be transferred. And so the land we have acquired is actually not the foothills. The land we have acquired in the Himalayas is up on the mountain. the energy is completely different. We have thousands of acres. Thousands of acres. And we have got the plans already and starting build on our ashram there. For those of you who don't know what an ashram is, it's like a training place. It's like a healing place. It's like a sanctuary. It's like a center. It's like a place for practice, for practitioners. That ashram, what is that ashram for? That ashram is free for all students and disciples of Grandmaster Aksha and myself. Is a free place for training, for practice. Why free? Because in the mountains, collecting that money under business disturbs mountains and disturbs the spiritual energy of the mountains. For sure, people will donate in future, make sponsors and donations and things like that, and contributions. But that's down to the individual. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? But it cannot be charging to go there. It will never be that case. If anything, anything will only be a contribution. And so some of you may have questions. So for all the 1,000+ people who have joined the 108 circle so far, where does the contributions go? The contributions all went to acquire the land and build the place. It's for everybody's spiritual home. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? So that's how this is very different. When you go up in the mountains, it's very different to this world. We cannot disturb spirituality with money. Here we have no choice because we live in a money world. But once things go up into spiritual spaces, we cannot disturb these things. So we're going to just finish off. I'll explain to you guys what the 108 circle entails. If you guys please write this down, at least you understand what you get as part of it. The 108 circle, for everybody who joins today, my team just gave me this list here, so I'm just reading it out for you guys. You will get an official membership. It's actually a digital pass. And when you have that membership, it means that everything 108 circle related, you will get involvement in future. Okay, so there's number one is the 108 circle membership. Now, it's very important for you guys to understand, this is lifetime access. It's not a 3-day training, 11-day training, 1-month training, 5-month training. It's lifetime access. Why is it lifetime access? It's spirituality. It's infinite. Master cannot take student or disciple on, teach a little bit, and say, okay, pay for further coaching. You cannot. when you take a spirit on, and you take a soul on, you are guiding. You cannot just cut. That's why it cannot be a business transaction. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? You cannot. It's not a coaching. This is not like a life coaching. So we cannot cut. It's lifetime. So that's lifetime access with that digital pass, that membership. The second thing, what it includes is it will include every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there is yoga session, yoga training with me. It's live. It's virtually live. And by the way, how many of you through the last few days have seen people training in this hall? Right? If you want to come to this hall, it means for the rest of your life, you can come to this hall and train for free too. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Like it's because you have a pass, you're part of the 108 circle. So once you join, you just Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you cannot make it to Dubai, of course, then you do it virtually. Many hundreds of people from around the world tune in virtually. Okay, so there's 3 sessions. The 3 sessions are broken down this way. Please do write this down. Monday is Zen Yoga. Wednesday is Awakening Yoga. Friday is Power Yoga. They're to activate 3 different things. The Wednesdays, these next coming weeks, is going to change a lot because we're going to do a lot of Nigam Agam. And in the next coming Wednesdays, we are also going to do some initiations. These are spiritual initiations. So in the spiritual initiations, they are the same initiations that I received from my spiritual master, and I have permission from Grandmaster Aksha to pass it on to our students and disciples too. Consist of protection shields from the Himalayas, different kriyas, so morning, evening practices, to be able to build your energies. So there will be multiple initiations that will be done in the next few weeks, actually, because, like I said, this month is a very significant month in the lunar year. Okay, so anyway, 3 yoga sessions lifetime like that every week. And aside from that, every month we have a full moon satsang. Some of you may have been to our satsangs before. Again, we don't charge for satsang. This spiritual thing you see, every month we have thousands of people come in for this and this hall gets filled up. But what will happen is all 108 students and disciples, everyone with that 108 pass who's joining today, will get a VIP pass for each satsang. What does it mean? You will see the chairs on the front row here. And those of you who tune in from Zoom, there will be a VIP, we'll see the VIP background. What does that mean? If ever there's opportunities for questions, answers, they will be open to 108 students only. Does that make sense? Because obviously there's thousands of people to tune in from around the world. So we have to address that. Okay, so that's the next thing. The final 2 things is, number 1, there will be the 108 Circle private Telegram tribe. So there is a Telegram group actually, which is a bit like a WhatsApp, but all our 108 students and disciples are inside there, meaning that at any time, if you have any questions, we have students who have been with us for many years who are there that can maybe help you answer your questions and help you out there too. So it's a tribe, it's a group, it's a network of people. Okay, so that's that part. The final part of it is a 30-day spiritual awakening virtual retreat. Please write that down. That usually happens in November. It's 30 days. It's a virtual retreat. So what is it like? Basically, it's all about spiritual awakening. It's all about Kundalini activation. It's all about minor chakras, major chakras. It's all about third eye opening, dimension traveling. It's all that cool stuff. Healing energies. You activate a lot of different powers and energies through those 30 days. Those 30 days, it will be a virtual retreat, and it usually happens in November. Okay, so that is the full thing. And remember, everything is lifetime access. In hearing everything that I've said so far, how many of you are interested to become a member of the 108 Circle? If you are, just type me inside the chat so at least I know who you guys are. Okay? So I'll tell you how it works. It's actually very simple. I think my team has put they put a worth there of the whole package. They put like $18,000 or something like that. But you can ignore that because, like I said, this is not a business transaction that can be done on this. This is just based on, I think they've priced up like people's yoga sessions and coaching, how much it costs and things like that, okay? So you can ignore all of that. So I've broken it down very simply, that contribution that is to be, the minimum contribution to be made is 1,008, okay? if you write that down, 1008. And if anybody wants to just get started with it and not so sure if you're ready to commit fully to the lifetime journey, you can join the next few Wednesdays initiations. So at least you've got some initiations to get you started to protect your energies through March, for just 108. 108 pounds, by the way, 108 pounds. So about $100+ or something like that to get started if you wish. Okay, so that is how it will work. So there is a link, I believe, to a page for that. How many of you are interested in joining that? Give me a me again inside the chat, or give me a yes inside the chat so I can see who it is. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to ask the team to drop the link inside the chat now. If you see the link, please do click on it now. Okay. There is this is, by the way, factoring in, there is a maximum sponsorship that our organization is made for this. So they've put on here the 17,000. You see it on the page when you click on it. Please do click on the link now. There's around a $17,000 sponsorship. Basically, it's like us, IMRS paying the tuition for you on your behalf, meaning that your contribution for the whole thing will only be 1,008. On that page, when you see it, okay, I'm going to explain while you do this. When you click on the first button, it will open up for you to be able to make a contribution of only 108 pounds. So please, if you do that now first, okay? So the first page you see, all you need to do is just make a contribution of 108 English pounds, okay? I believe that's probably around $130 or whatever that is, okay? So what that will do is that will give you the next few weeks of initiations, the Wednesday initiations, just to get you started. And this is really for getting, like, it's like a bit like a starter pack for the month of March, okay? And there will be Nigam Agam sessions that you'll be able to join. Now, once you have filled in your details and on that first page, on the second page, you'll see another page pop up once you've completed the form on the first page. When that second page pops up, it will give you an opportunity to claim all of the bonuses, the 30-day spiritual awakening retreat, the VIP pass for the full moon satsang, the Telegram chat, the lifetime access to the yoga training with me and the spiritual sessions every week with me. Everything you will be able to claim, basically the whole thing for just 1008. So you'll be able to see a second button on the second page. If you feel called for this, if you feel you're ready for the, to actually join the full 108 circle, then you just click the I'm in button on the second page, and then you will be accepted into the whole thing. Okay. Please do, once you are accepted into the whole thing, once you have filled in the form, please do pay close attention to the last page. It will give you a couple of actions that you must take. Those actions are just to ensure that you join the right groups and you receive the right information so you know how to get started and where you will find the links to join the calls every week and things that are going on. Okay. The final thing I'd like to share is everybody who's joining the 108 circle, you guys will always get the priority. This is like a bridge for everybody who may in future, I don't know who's open for this, but if anybody in the future wants to go into the Himalayas to receive training from my master, Grandmaster Aksha, this will be the bridge for that. So whenever there's any spiritual trainings happening out in India or in the Himalayas, our 108 Circle members are the first to know about it, and they get the first priority to join those trainings. So it's not just training with me. If you join those trainings, obviously, you can also choose to join the trainings with my spiritual master too. How many of you can see that in the near future you may be coming to the mountains with us? How many of you think that might happen? Yes. It's a magical experience. It's a real magical experience out there. It really is. Like, how many of you know Life by Lucy? Life by Lucy, who's she was a student of ours in our community for maybe about 6-7 years now. She's the one who came up to the mountains with me and filmed the whole documentary through the whole initiation. And it was very interesting because she wasn't going through the initiation, but she was just there with the energies. And how many of you watched the documentary before, by the way? Anybody? Yes, there's a few people who've watched the documentary before. So there's a whole movie that shows the initiation and the pilgrimage journey up in the Himalayas. And there is a scene, if you guys remember, where Lucia sat there documenting me on the mountains, meditating. And when she was there, she sent out an intention. Back then, she wasn't an influencer. So she set an intention. She said, it would be very nice if I could have an abundance of people who I could help and guide through their journey to be able to empower them. So she set that intention out then. She followed what Grandmaster said. And then she went back to the UK, the same I went back to the UK. And I believe in a few months, there was hundreds of thousands of people suddenly following her message. So that's why if you search on YouTube now, you can see Life by Lucy. And you see she has quite a big following also on Instagram as well, and on YouTube. And it's crazy when you hear her story and how she speaks about it today, because she says, I don't understand. I just went up there, set an intention, I came back and everything just came to me. But that is very similar to my experience of it, because these days I really don't think too much about what I want to manifest. And instead it's just allowing the universal magic just to work through me. And it's the most beautiful, beautiful experience ever. And I just wish that all of you who have joined the 108 Circle, one day, hopefully in the near future, hopefully this year coming maybe, we can manifest it together, that we all go up to the mountains together. How about that? Experience it all together alongside not just myself, but Grandmaster Aksha. We will need him to help us, guide us through the mountains, because obviously in the mountains there are some places that we should not go. We don't want to meet the cobras and bears and snakes by ourselves, you know, so I think it'd be better to have his guidance. But that'll be wonderful. So it's a beautiful journey. I hope today has given everybody a good insight to this, what yoga to me, what it means. And therefore to these following 11 days, what it can mean to you, how you should respect your training and how you should do the training. There is many more things that we're going to cover in the coming days. And hope you guys are enjoying this training. We're doing our best to accommodate for the 500 people. I know some of you are finding some of the asanas a little bit tough, but it's supposed to be tough. Otherwise, it would not be called the 11-day yoga challenge. We would call it the 11-day yoga breeze. So it's supposed to be a challenge, you know. So if you're feeling that challenge, it's good. Okay. So that's everything I wanted to share with everybody here today. Look forward to seeing you guys on the coming days' trainings. And if you guys want and opt for it, maybe in the coming days I can ask the team if we can have a movie night after one of the sessions, and maybe we watch the whole initiation documentary together. Then you get an insight of what it looks like in the Himalayas and what kind of weird and wonderful rituals and practices we do. Yes. So we finish off here for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I see somebody was asking for the link again. Please do save the link if the team can drop the link inside there. We will open up these spaces for this intake, maybe for the next, this evening. And then tomorrow we will close this portal and close this page off until we open up to receive the next intake, maybe in a few months' time. Okay, so those of you who want to join, there's your opportunity. Please save that link. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Have a blessed evening, and sending my love and prayers to every single one of you.